I am so happy with how this looks for the Rangers. We have a pitcher, Jack Leiter, and he is a dude.
And while I do think his hitting is worse than Derek Jeter, it's not that far off.
You're not mentioning 2006. You can mention the other people, not 2006.
Oh, just because I bought the best soap doesn't mean your room's going to be clean. It just leaves it to where I don't believe that the Canadians had a shot.
I really don't like the Clippers just kind of sending it in when they're like,
Hi, this is Kelly Forbes with the Dallas Stars, and you're listening to Outsiders Opinions with Kevin and Austin.
What's up, y'all? We just did our NBA coach rankings based on what record we see the team getting next season. Now it's NHL time. You ready, Kevin?
oh, I am so excited. Ready for this episode and the season.
Yep. It's going to be a good one. Stars and Bruins both got new head coaches, so we're both in the same boat here. Both teams made the playoffs. Both teams lost in 7 in the first round. So our teams are literally equal heading into the season, even though some deals were made. I want to talk at least about one of them because I thought it was very interesting. We haven't touched on it so far, but here are the coaches. We have John Tortorella, Rick Bowness, Derek Lalonde, Lane Lambert, Peter DeBoer, Bruce Cassidy, Paul Maurice, Jim Montgomery, and David Quinn.
Yes, and a few Stars former head coaches. In the Jets coach, former Rick Bowness, and then the guy that he followed was Montgomery, who's now Bruins head coach.
Yep. A lot of moving around, but that's always how it will be. So, Kevin, the way we're going to do this is I'm going to do my bottom 4. Okay. I'm going to start with my bottom 4. And then you're going to do your bottom 4. And then I'll do my top 5. And then you do your top 5. Make sense?
Yes, sounds good and makes sense.
Got it. So, at 9, last place, I have the Sharks head coach, David Quinn. At 8, I have the Flyers head coach, John Tortorella. At 7, I have the Jets head coach, Rick Bowness. And at 6, I have the Red Wings head coach, Derek Lalonde. What about you?
Man, we were so close. The only thing we've changed, I have different, is I have the Blackhawks coach, Luke Richardson, at 5. Sharks, Flyers, Jets, Hawks. That's how my 4 go.
Okay.
So we're kind of on the same page.
Yeah, very close. So now for the top 6. I have Luke Richardson, so we're just differing a little bit. And then Lane Lambert with the Islanders. At 4, I have Peter DeBoer, who's obviously the Stars head coach. 3, Bruce Cassidy. 2, Jim Montgomery. 1, Paul Maurice.
Okay. So you have Blackhawks instead of Red Wings.
Yeah.
Or I have Red Wings instead of Blackhawks. So you and I are just one off.
Yeah, you had Red Wings at 7, right?
7. My Red Wings are.
There's
So-
5. So,
there's 5.
wait.
I'll
Red Wings
go.
are at.
All right, 4.
So you have Blackhawks at 7. That's what it is.
So yeah, it goes Sharks, Flyers, Jets, Blackhawks. Then it goes Red Wings, Golden Knights, Bruins, Stars, Islanders, Panthers. I think the biggest difference is the Islanders.
Yeah, I have the Islanders at 5. You have them at 2. And yeah, we flipped places. I had Blackhawks at 6. You had them at 7. I had Red Wings at 7 instead of at 6. So we're not really differing all that much besides Islanders.
Yes. I think I have the Stars ahead of you, or do I have them higher?
Yes, I have the Stars at 4.
Okay.
You have them at 3.
I thought you were going to have them higher than me.
Yeah, and I have Bruins at 2 and Panthers at 1. I'm pretty sure 1 is... It's not really hard for us to get that. It wasn't really a competition for me. Here's the one star signing I did want to discuss, or not really signing, but re-signing. Jason Robertson's back, and you got him under $8 million AAV. You excited?
Oh, yes, I am excited. Yes, I saw that deal came through. We will get him on a nice AAV, and it works for the contract for we can even sign him better, and it clears up space as we're waiting for Ben and Sagan's contract to run up. So that's something I liked it. I really like our moves. We've already talked about the other trade, Lundqvist. I'm pretty sure, the defenseman.
Yeah, we've already talked about. That it was just a Jason Robinson deal, and that happened recently. So
yeah. So I was just talking about like the Stars, and I'm interested with Peter DeBoer, DeBoer. Okay. I like him. I'm also excited for the Bruins. Like Montgomery, I think was a great coach for the Stars. It's just he had some off the ice issues, and hopefully he's fixed them. And I think his play style would fit the Bruins because they have some young goaltenders, but they're going to be a heavy defensive team, and they got some nice veterans to help them offensively.
So let me just ask you this: Pavelski had 81 points in 82 games last year. Played every game. Almost had a point per game, was clearly him and Robertson were by far the two best players on the team during the regular season. Can Pavelski keep it up is what I'm going to ask you. He's going to be 38 this season. Last year's 37 and had one of the best seasons of his career, arguably the best. Not scoring-wise, but points-wise with 81, most points of his career. Had a great season, was clearly and far away you guys' best offensive player in the playoffs at 6 points in 7 games. Was keeping you guys alive in those playoffs. What happens? Do you think Pavelski is good enough to keep up his great play, or do you think he falls back to earth? Because I believe if he falls back to earth, which is what I'm predicting with having them for, you guys will struggle.
I think he keeps it up, and we also have younger players take the next step. Like we have Robo, but also Rupe Hintz. You get another year of Ottinger as a goalie. Miro. I'm excited for the offense. I'm scared. I'm nervous for the defense because it's a lot of unproven players, and the Stars are without John Klingberg. But I'm hopeful for the offense because you have a lot of young players. You still have, I think, Kiviranta. You have, Guryanov. And I'm sure, like, Pavelski, I think, is going to keep it up because he's going to be on a line with
Hintz and Robertson.
Yeah.
Has to be that line again.
That's the top line.
That was one of the best lines in hockey when they're all healthy. The issue is Rupe Hintz struggles with health every once in a while. So,
yeah, I think he's going to turn it around. I'm a huge fan of Rupe, of Hintz, and I can't remember. There's another. Oh, I can't remember if we did a signing. I think it was a Red Wings player. I was pretty sure there was an offensive player we signed. Oh, it was Michael Ralph.
Oh, okay.
He's a left wing, and then I think I know there's a teenager making the roster, but I'm excited for them. So I expect some of the Stars. Islanders, I think they're going to put it together. I know they had an off season last year. So I think they're going to have it. It's unquestionable. Panthers, number one. I think they even got better because Kachuk. Or is that the other Florida team? No.
No, that's Kachuk. Yeah. The other four teams are the Lightning, and if the Lightning got Kachuk, the league's over.
Oh, yeah.
But, the Panthers are by far and away, and I'm not worried about them going forward. They just need to put it all together. I was sad when they let go of Huberdeau and traded him. I don't necessarily think it was the best move, but it is a less risky one because Uyghur and Huberdeau were running out on their contract. After the season, they would have been free agents. So I understand. And look, the thing again about Joe Pavelski, I can see him keeping it up, and I hope he does because he was one of my favorite players in the league last year, despite the fact that I'm not a Stars fan. And then, I don't know. I think the Blackhawks are going to be better than people expect if they decide to keep Kane because I like some of their younger guys. The issue for me is goaltending. So the Red Wings I still think are 1 year away because while they do have good young players like Sider and Lucas Raymond, I still think they're 1 year away from really putting it all together. So I have the Blackhawks higher.
Yeah, I'm kind of the inverse. Like, I think the Blackhawks are going to be good, but I believe the Red Wings are going to take a step for where they can be good next year. I think there are going to be some flashes, and there are going to be some long stretches where they're good, and then there are going to be some bad stretches because they're a young team.
Yeah.
And where did you have the Golden Knights again?
I had the Golden Knights at 3.
Okay, so you're higher on the Golden Knights than me.
I like Bruce Cassidy as a coach. I don't think we should let go of him. He was not the reason why we struggled. I mean, it's okay with getting a new face, but I think we should have done it a different way, if that makes any sense. But it is what it is. I still have a lot of respect for him as a coach. We should have won our first championship in 2019. It's tough. We lost a game where a terrible tripling play happened, and they score off of it immediately. And, man, refs and umpires.
Yes, the conundrum
But,
of sports.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm excited for next year, and I think there'll be a lot of movement around. But I think there's a lot of parity in the league. I don't really see a team that's going to dominate, even when you're talking about a lot of these other guys, like on the Avalanche. They still lost some of their best players, and Kadri and some other guys. So we'll see.
Yeah, I agree, and I'm think the Golden Knights are going to take a step back. So that's why I have them lower. Nothing on Cassidy. I think it's more on the personnel and the way they built that team.
It's really hard to take a step back after they missed the playoffs, though.
Or maybe stay where they are instead of step back. Like, I think they're going to miss the playoffs again.
Okay, that's fair.
Because they're starting to get older. Just a lot of salary cap issues that they've put, and they've just gotten star players, and they've traded a lot of their depth. So that's why I kind of have them there. I think the other teams have a solid mix of veterans, or a team that they're in their good times of when they're veterans. Like, they're older, but they're not declining necessarily to where they need younger guys. Because that's why I have the Islanders higher up, because they're a mostly veteran team, but I think they're still going to do well. And so that's all I got. I'll let you close it out.
Yeah, thank you guys for listening. If you guys haven't heard our NBA coach rankings based on expected record, listen to that video as well. And I hope you guys enjoy the season as much as we do. Thanks for listening.